Hello everybody, it's the 20th of July today, and time I did some work on this Windswept Hawthorn. It's firmed up in the pot much more than it was, which is grand. All the wire I put on in the last video back in the springtime is starting to cut in now, so it's all going to have to come off, which is probably going to be a bit of a painful operation, because although I've removed some of the thorns, you never get them all, and as they say, it's the ones you don't see that get you. So even though, as they say, I'm going to get jammed up and jabbed, I'm still going to unwire rather than snip. Unfortunately, this was wired when the branches were quite young and flexible, so they've took the wiring well, and they also set rather quickly, so they've set into position well. Okay, let's see if I can. It's so much more easy when the branches are bare. I do have some wire scarring, unfortunately, but it should grow out fairly reasonably. They're not deep scars. More indentations. That one's fairly deep actually, but I think it will become, well, I know it will become less noticeable over time. Okay, so I'm gonna take the rest of the wire off and I'll speed it up so as not to bore you too badly. I think I got all the wire off. I've also snapped a piece, unfortunately, but as you can see, had I not snapped it off, you can get some really nice movement in while the branches are in this young and flexible state. They don't bend well once they get hard. This is quite an interesting bend that we've got in here. This branch has got some really nice three-dimensional movements in it as well. So what I want to do now is put some wire back on to some of these new growths, and again I'm going with the idea in my brain that the wind is blowing in that direction across the tree. Well, whenever the wind blows, that's the way the wind blows. Hence everything is growing in that direction. If you do a Google image search for, other search engines are available, for Windswept Hawthorn, you'll see exactly what I'm trying to achieve. So I'm going to reuse some of this wire, and I'm going to shorten some of these growths anyway, because they are getting too long, some of them, and then I'm going to wire what's left. Some of these pieces are interfering one with another. Other than that, they don't need much doing with them. So this piece, for example, just needs to come down because it's growing into this branch. And I might try and put a little movement into it at the same time, but nothing too much. Try not to catch any foliage. Or stab myself in the fingers too much. I'm wiring this very loosely because I know that the tree's still got a lot more growing to do yet. But as well as bringing it down, trying to impart some movement. Perfect. Ouch. There are big thorns on a hawthorn. Sometimes, you know, they are long. You can remove them quite easily, you can see them. But it's these little blighters that grow in the leaf axils that are the sharpest and the owiest. Is that a word? It is now. Okay, so I'm going to keep going, and again I'll speed it up. So there we have it, pretty much all wired up. Broke a few branches, cut off a few. Not entirely certain about this branch, which is sort of coming out and looping over the back. I may lose that come winter when I look at its winter silhouette, but for now I'm quite happy. These movements, you don't normally see this sort of movement in new growth or young trees. It's normally sort of 1 year's growth. Next year comes this way, next year goes that way, next year goes that way, and so on. So hopefully that's imparted an aged look to the tree as well. Like most deciduous trees, I always think they look best without leaves. I love a winter silhouette of an intricate pattern of leaves, or not leaves, branches rather. So, but that's it for this one, I think. Pop the can in for scale again in case this is the first time you've seen this video. There is other videos covering earlier developments with this tree in the playlist, which will be in the end screen and linked down in the what's name description box below, so you can go back and check that out if you wish. So give you a quick 360, and this is what it looks like coming at you. and this is what it looks like from the front. All that's left to do now is to say thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Do all the usual YouTube things, like, subscribe, comment below, but most of all, please stay safe everybody.